I try not to get too political on this channel. Try to stick to flat earth debunking and stupid stuff. But I mean, it's no secret what's going on in the country. And if anybody knows my political leanings, it's kind of like this. I don't like government waste. I don't like government fraud. I don't like endless welfare. I don't like the government giving out free money that's not theirs. None of the money is theirs. Way too much of it goes on. You know, I don't like giant defense spending. I don't like giving money to Israel and Palestine and all these other countries when you got people living on the street here. I'm kind of an America first kind of guy. That being said, in times of crisis, when people are literally, losing their, nobody's losing their house yet. If you're losing your house at this point, you had a problem before coronavirus. But we're getting to the point where people are not going to be able to pay their rent, not going to be able to put food on the table. Most people, I'm a realist. Most people live paycheck to paycheck, and don't give a thought to epidemics, things out of their control like this. I think people will look at it a little bit differently from now on, that you have to prepare for these things if you can. But the Senate Democrats are really pissing me off. To hold up a bill to basically keep the economy running, because they say they want worker protection. You're not going to get nobody's going to get 100% worker protection. What they wanted was 700 pages of pork. There's stuff in there like millions and millions of dollars to go for a system where you could look up your carbon footprint of the airplane trip that you're about to take. Do you think anybody really cares about that right now? Nobody's booking airline. I mean, the planes are empty. People in airports are playing cornhole because there's so much room. There's nobody there. Nobody cares about that. That's how out of touch these people are. And the other thing is, it's like, just get the money in the hands of the small businesses, of the people like you and me, and then let's worry about that crap later. It's like they can't, they know this thing has to pass. They've got a little bit of political capital by holding it up. So they're going to throw in a bunch of junk and make everybody else wait a week. I'm fortunate to where I don't need, the money's not going to make a difference to me right off the bat. I mean, it might eventually. But there are people that need it right now. I drive by food banks, that are giving out food to people. There are some people that this week has killed them, literally. And the thing is, everybody's worried about COVID-19 and coronavirus, whatever. Depression and recession kill more people than just about any pandemic. The Great Depression, 7 million people died. Starvation, suicide, whatever. Depression is going to be way worse than anything the coronavirus could do to this country. And the Senate Democrats need to realize that. You think, you're looking for exponential growth on coronavirus cases that we haven't seen. You're going to see exponential growth on people committing suicide. Like, seriously, you put somebody in financial dire straits where there's no hope, there's no money, there's no nothing, there's this World War Z kind of feel, people are going to start, it's going to be bad. So, I'm not for government giving money away, but in a time like this, in crisis, if they want to give a little bit of our tax money back, whatever. If it saves somebody's life, do it. Because it's getting to the point where it's just bullshit. They need to knock it off and just pass the damn bill. If there's something in there they don't like, worry about it later. you know, whatever. They've been giving money away to corporations and, you know, God, who knows who for how long. You know, now all of a sudden they're going to take a principled stand when people are freaking desperate. Okay, well, I hope people remember, you know, in November. Remember this. You know, I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but remember who, you know, who really put themselves first. You know, a bunch of millionaires and billionaires on Capitol Hill, totally out of touch with the people they represent. So just remember that, and I hope you give them what's coming to them. You know, you put these people in power, and they screwed you over. So there you go. You're never going to get a perfect bill, but you have to put common sense and partisanship aside just for this one bill. Or not, don't put common sense aside, put partisanship aside for this one bill. Then get back to the stupid bickering and, you know, whatever. And, you know, the other thing is, anybody heard anything about Russia? Anybody heard of anything about collusion? Anybody heard anything about any of that? Gone. Poof. You know, nobody cares about anybody's pronouns. Nobody cares, you know, who Chick-fil-A donates to. You know what? Sometimes I think we need a real problem in this country to kind of bring people back to, you know, the ground and realize what real problems are. I love it. I mean, not that I love what's going on, but I you know, one of the side effects are, you know, in my neighborhood at least, kids are riding bikes. Kids are playing laser tag. Kids are running around on the golf course. Kids are, you know, it's like when you tell them to stay inside, they won't do it. When you tell them to go outside, they won't do it. So, you know, the kids are, it's like Mayberry where I live. You know, little house on the prairie, man. Kids are building forts out of sticks again. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess some good comes out of everything. But anyway, not that any Senate Democrats will see this, but get your head out of your ass. Do something good for the people for once. Anyway, wash your hands and stay safe.